Hello, this is Cheryl with Sew Glue and Cheryl too. I thought I'd come on and we could make some tassels tonight. I hope I'm going to do this right, but if you see the live red button up above, that means you caught me live. If you don't see that red live, go ahead and hashtag replay and let me know that you've watched. While I'm waiting for a few people to join, let me go in here real quick and get myself shared in. If you don't see that red live, there we go. And hopefully, fingers crossed, my comments will work tonight. We'll see. It's one of those things that you just never know when you're operating in Facebook. I'm going to share myself out in a couple places so that we can get our visitors in. So come on in and let me know you're here. Hopefully, fingers crossed, that Mr. Facebook is cooperating and I can see all my comments tonight. I don't have to squint to look at my comments on my phone. And we're going to work on tassels tonight. So this is the first time I've ever done a tassel. So we're going to see. And let me get myself shared into my group here. And my messenger. Sorry about that. It does not want to find my okay. There we go. I found it. Gotcha. Okay. Come on in. Oh, lovely. Looks like my... Hi, Lucy. Welcome in. Happy Thursday to you, too. Thank you for sprinkling. I appreciate it. Looks like my comments are not going to scroll again on my computer. It's lovely. Whatever is going on with Facebook has just been a huge challenge as of late. So, hi, Becca. I see you're watching. Come in and say hi. I'm going to make a tassel. I do not know how to do this, so I am going to, guess, ultimately. And hopefully, maybe you of those who have made a tassel can help me. Lucy, have you made tassels before? I'm hoping, Kathy will come in, or somebody like that can give me, unless you know how to do it, Lucy. I might be depending upon you. I'm gonna make a tassel, or a couple tassels, because I don't know if you can see it, but there it is. It's hanging. I realized that maybe my logo is a little small in the middle of my banner, and it's a little bit harder to read from a distance. So I don't know, maybe I need to do something a little different. Get my logo blown up a little bit bigger to put in the center of my banner. I don't know, but I managed to get a dowel. So what I did was I had to go run real quick, get a dowel, and then had to cut it down to size, shoved it through there, and kind of measured where I wanted to use the lace to hook to the dowel. And then I hung it on the black curtains, but it was so far away you couldn't even begin to read the logo. Hi, Carla. Welcome in. I hope you're driving safe. Carla is en route to visit one of our crafty friends, so she is driving. But so you can see, yes, the black helped kind of bring the logo out. I don't think it would have been readable at all if it were all of the gray, but it's still really small. So you take your tassels and you wrap them with cardboard, and then you tie them in the middle and cut and pull the cardboard. Yeah, I wasn't prepared for cardboard. Well, but isn't that like when you make tassels with yarn? You can wrap them around the cardboard and then tie them and then cut them, which I have done that kind of a tassel before, but I was like, this fabric tassel is kind of a puzzle to me. Yeah, we're not going to get any comments scrolling. I do not know what's going on. It's so frustrating. I was so spoiled because it was working for the longest time. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Yeah, I think what we can do is we can lay the fabric down and then gather it up and then tie it around and have I think that's how I can do it. I can take a little piece here I have a little bit of my jute that I can kind of lay at the center and tie that, and then, but I think that's the way I've seen some of the other crafters do it. So I thought I would try it that way first. Oh no. A hail alert when you're driving. Oh, yikes. Just be careful. Hopefully it's not. We had hail here too. We had snow, and then all of a sudden we had hail. Go figure. And I can wrap it on my hand. Yeah. Yeah, what I'm doing is I have fabric strips, and so nothing that is really, I don't have my yarn to where I would make that kind of a tassel. So, but thank you. I appreciate that. We can try this. If it doesn't work, then I can go back to the old way. But I'm going to try to make it. I think I have something in my head. I'm hoping that it will work. But so let's go ahead and get started. So I just kind of am laying an X with the fabric, and I'm going to kind of do that. I cut strips of the fabric yesterday. You guys saw that. I also added, I found the piece that I had, where I took that lace that you see up there, off of my veil from my wedding. So I ended up tearing my veil. So, yes, Carla says, yes, do it the way I'm doing it. Okay, perfect. So I tore my veil into strips as well. And it's kind of like I don't know, almost like a taffeta material, but it's sheer. And so I'm going to use that fabric strips, floated in half to the length you want it, and then tie it in the middle. Yes. Thank you. That's kind of what I was looking for, is confirmation from both of you. I appreciate it. So I tore some strips of my veil as well for whatever. So I thought that would kind of give, and I can kind of give it a haircut because some strips are longer than others. And so what I thought I would do is I'm going to make 2 tassels. So this one, I thought I would, and I'll have to give it a little bit of a haircut, because like I said, some strips are a little bit longer than others. So I have some of the purple, and I'm just going to kind of build it up, I think, from one side to the other and lay it out. And then we'll be able to kind of start tying the strip. I also dug out, so let me find my other one of this so that it matches the other side. And then I dug out, so I have some lace, just a mess of lace that I pulled out. I have some ribbons. I have my rickrack here. Everything's just kind of in a pile and a mess, but it's okay, right? Well, you know. And then I have a lot of ribbon that is like non-wire ribbon that I thought I would use as well, based off of everybody's suggestions yesterday when we were talking about making it. So I pulled out all of that. And so I'm going to lay some of this white ribbon here as well. Let's see. I have some of this. This is, it's rickrack, but it's got like green polka dots on it. So I thought, that's going to be a little fun. So we'll lay the rickrack there. Oh, I think I cut it a little too short, but that's okay. Well, like I said, we'll give it a haircut when I need to give it a haircut. Let's see. Here's a piece of white rickrack. I'll just lay the white down. Let's see. I have some pink ribbon. I don't think I want the whole thing, but I will cut the pink ribbon, and I'm going to use some of it in this tassel, and we'll just keep going. Hi, Crystal. Yes, I did have fun finding new items. Thank you. Yeah, I dug out some of the ribbon. I found the rickrack. I have some other pieces of lace that I thought that I could add. I have this kind of lace. You know what? And I tore pieces of my veil. So it's kind of like it's like a sheer. I don't know what you call it, but it's sheer. And it's got that shiny like taffeta, but so I cut pieces of that too, because I thought, what do you know? Let's try that. So I have some other ribbon down here that I would like to use. It's just kind of I don't know, an off-white, maybe peach kind of cross in color, but let me see. I think on this one, because it's so thick, I'm going to cut the ribbon in half and I'll use it that way. There's no reason why, because this is the one piece of this one left, so we'll make it work. But yes, it was a lot of fun digging through my stuff and going, oh yes, that would be a possibility. That'll work. So, and thank you for coming back in today and watching. Aw, hi Pam, welcome in. Thank you. I appreciate that. You come on and you never know, when you do this stuff, like if it's really going to help anybody. I'm just trying to be me and do fun things that I have always wanted to try. And I'm glad that I have had an opportunity to inspire you. And thank you for coming on and letting me know. I appreciate that. Yeah. Oh, yeah. So, yeah, I thought, well, why not, right? Because you're the one that gave me the idea of cutting all up, other things to add to it. So I'm like, hey, let's try it. Let's see. And I have some of this I know it's like kind of like a burgundy color ribbon, and I think I'm gonna cut this one in half because it's awful large. Okay, I just buried my scissors. Another creator you had watched various lengths of ribbon and fabric, and then it looked really nice when they weren't all the same size. Okay, cool. Good to know. Sorry, I'm like, unfortunately, Mr. FB is messing with my laptop, so I don't have any comments over on my laptop. Oh, you had to come back on and see the finished piece. Yeah. Well, there it is. For the most part, I managed to get it hanging. But you can see, unfortunately, look how little my logo is. And I'm like, that's kind of a shame. And I don't have, there's a, I would say, there's maybe between my chair and the back where that is actually hanging, maybe 5 feet difference. And so that far away, it almost looks like a postage stamp. So I may have to figure something else out. I don't really have a way of hanging it right behind my chair so it'd be visible. So I don't know. Ideas, I'm welcome and open to ideas. I don't know what else I'm going to do because the logo seems so small, but it's okay. So I'm going to try that then. If this is thick, I'm just going to cut it in half and we'll put it down here with different thicknesses and all. I still have all kinds of the other fabric that I need to lay down that I haven't used. So let's pull some of those fabric pieces back out that I spent all that time cutting yesterday. Oh, I got like strings galore. They get all tangled up on my desk. Uh-oh. Oh, no. I pulled one of those strings that was attached to one of the fabric pieces, and it kind of disrupted my cross here, my crisscross of my fabrics. So hopefully, okay. So we'll lay these back down, some other pieces, and then okay, I have some other like pink rickrack that let's just cut some strips of that. And we'll lay some pink rickrack down. Let's see, what else do I have in this mess? Let's see what we got here. I got some lace. So let me cut this in half and then we can lay some of this down. I've got like different color. I got like the off-white and the white. So we'll probably use both. You can read it. You can actually read it on my phone or on your phone. That's good. So I'm making 2, so save some of the others for the second one. Yes, absolutely. And I have quite a bit. I have quite a bit here. So I found this little teeny tiny satin ribbon, and I know I don't have, well, I do have green in some of the fabric, but then this little teeny tiny, and it's almost sheer, little teeny tiny green. So I thought I would use a little bit of that. And I have one other, here we go. I have some white. I don't want to lose that, of course. Okay, so let me pull some of this out. because all the different thickness, I think that that's what gives it the interest, the different thicknesses and the different lengths. And if I need to trim it up a little bit, I will. Let's put some of this, and I can't tell you where I got half of this ribbon. You can read the logo. Okay, fantastic. Thank you for letting me know. I appreciate that. And thank you, Pam, for coming in. And I know sometimes I've been there where you like to be a silent watcher and you don't want to tell anybody, that you're watching. But I really appreciate it because it sure helps us as creators. And if you do have business pages and you want to come in on your business page, I am open to that. Because I'm here happy to help and support if you guys have a crafter page, even if it's not a business page. My page is a crafter's page. It's not really a business page. I don't do a lot of this because I need to make money. I do this because I love it. It's a form of therapy for me, like it is for most of us. Did you pull a little black? No, I don't have any black. That's the only problem, is I don't have any black. That's the one area that I am missing kind of fabric. Any kind of, I don't have any, I guess that's the area I fall short, is black. I don't have any black. I looked and dug through my boxes and I just couldn't find. I have all kinds of red and greens for like Christmas, but no black. So, okay, let's lay this puppy down and then we'll see. I don't know how, Crystal, how much do I stack it up? Is there kind of a rule of thumb? You just go until you've used like half of your stuff, or what do you do? I don't know how to kind of judge that. Because I do have this too. I want to put this is an end from the hanger. And so I had a piece of that. So I thought I would leave that in here because I want to save, I only have 2 pieces. So I'm going to save the other piece for the other tassel. You're a child caregiver? Oh, okay. With your daughter, off on a farm. We cook for the kids. Oh. And lots of fun on the farm. Hold on, I have to extend because it cuts it off and I have to go see more. Lots of fun on the farm. About 7 little, oh wow, okay, that's cool. Well, I appreciate it. We were just looking at the banner and the black would pull in from the letters. Yeah. What about the black fabric, even if it's a black? I have some of the dark blue. I could tear some of the dark blue. I don't have any black fabric. I have the dark blue. Oh, even if the fabric is black. I don't think I have any. However, so as full as I want. Okay. So like 30 pieces, but you don't count. Okay. Yeah, I don't know how many pieces I have, but let me get that dark blue and see if that helps. Because it's right here. So this is the stuff that I started with. So, and it's dark blue. So maybe that'll help kind of pull some of that in. Let me see. Oh, it's heavy fabric. Oh, it's gonna take muscles. Oh, okay. Let's see what that does. Maybe that'll help. Kind of give it a little bit of bringing that in. Let me go ahead, while I'm here, I'll tear. Oh, you guys are watching me struggle to try to tear that fabric. Okay. There. And I can use that in, we'll cut, I got one more piece here. We can cut it in half and rip it. Okay, there we go. Well, all I can say is thank you for your help. Gray. No, I am sorry. I am not, I don't have a lot of, this is the only thing like really gray that I have, and it didn't even come from me. Bless her heart, Michelle Kaser from Pretty Pieces by Michelle made my apron for me. But that doesn't mean that I can't come back and add to it or something. But let's see what this ends up looking like. Let's put a little bit. I don't want to use all of my lace, but let's see. Let's see if we can use. Let's see what happens here. This is just kind of an off-white, and it's actually very pretty. I like that. But okay. So let's see how this goes, because it's taken me a half hour to get to this point. Let's see what happens. So I think I just have a piece of, oh man, it's like thick. It doesn't want to bend over. Let me see if I can get it. Am I doing it right? Doesn't want to. So I think I bend it over. And then what I'm supposed to do is kind of tie it here to make the tassel, right? Let's just give it a whirl and see. Maybe I'll tie it in a loose knot so that I don't. Yeah, no, this is not big enough. I didn't cut a long enough piece of jute. So let me, there we go. Okay, now, let me see if I can tie it and what it looks like. Do I have zip ties? Yeah, probably somewhere in this house. I have zip ties. Not like directly here, but that's actually a very good idea. Okay. And maybe even, because I can always zip tie it. I have to go to the garage and dig So I don't think I put any zip ties in my craft room. That's a miss. Tie there. Okay. All right. So now I have like some, and it's really a big honkin' knot of a tassel, isn't it? But then I guess what you do is just the extra long pieces you can trim, right? I don't want to trim all of it because I want to let it, but is that how you do it? Zip ties are better? Okay. Tie in the middle and then come down and wrap around. Oh, I see. Okay. So tie it. I probably should have went ahead and tied it off at the top here, huh? But, oh well. Yeah, I have to go dig in the husband's stash for the zip ties. I didn't even think about zip ties. Those probably would have been far better. Oh, yeah, I guess so. You need something. Well, I had it, but I had it too short, so okay, I gotcha. I feel ya. Let's go back and let me take the jute off real quick. I can kind of get that another piece of jute in the center. You're right. I totally forgot the hanger, huh? How am I supposed to hang it if I don't have... Okay, so this is my tie. And then this is the big enough for the hanger. Okay, so let me see if I can open it back up temporarily. I know you guys are going, oh my gosh. But I think I got it. I think I got it open. Okay. That one's the one. So I need this because I need to tie it so that I have a hanger. Cut the middle string, yeah, and rework it. Okay. Yeah. All right. Okay. There we go. Now I have something to hang, and then I can kind of flop it over in half to kind of make the tassel, keeping my ties out of it. Start kind of, I guess maybe that's the helpful part is that you can kind of work it so that you can get then your tassel around the center. Awesome. Thank you. Thank you, Lucy. Yeah. Wow. This is a little bit more difficult than I anticipated. Okay. A good thing the jute is strong because you gotta really tie it tight to hold all of that in there, don't you? There you go. Okay, and then let me go back around here and tie this again so that I have it. And I will, if I maybe wrap the jute around about an inch or two down from the top, then wind it around for, oh, I see what you're talking about to kind of make it, okay, I know what you're talking about. Okay. If that's the case, then I need to get a little bit longer piece of jute so that I can wrap it around. I know what you're talking about, because you're talking about kind of making it so that it flattens it out a little bit and tightens it. Gotcha. I'm getting what you're putting down. Okay. So let me start by doing this. Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to start by at least kind of putting a loop on it to tighten it with a knot, and then I can wrap it around like what you're suggesting and see. There we go. Okay. So now I have my jute. Okay, let me pull things down a little bit. Because then what I will do is I will come back and end it at tying it off with the other piece of jute. Oh, it's crossing over. There we go. Okay. All right, now let me tie it off and see what it looks like. It's little did I know making tassels is going to be so challenging. Okay, so let me cut that off, and let's see what we're looking at here. Oh, I probably should tie it tighter so it doesn't come untied. All right. So here we are. Kind of needs to be untangled. It looks like it's kind of got everything tangled at the bottom here. But there we go. Is that kind of what do you think? Is that right, Pam? Pam, Lucy, Crystal? And then I can just give it a little bit of a haircut, right? Get the little extra long doodads that are hanging. Some of when I folded it over the second time, when I took it apart and folded it over, it ended up, some of them weren't quite even again. So if you see kind of I guess there's a backside to the tassel where this one ends up being a little bit shorter, but everything else seems to be in good shape as far as, so there we go. There's one tassel. I'm thinking that that's what we're aiming for. And we'll work on a second tassel, and then I can hang them on the ends of the banner. We'll try it that way. Okay, so this other piece of jute, let me actually cut a long piece ahead of time so that I am not trying to do it while holding my tassel. Okay, so I have that. We'll set this tassel to the side. Okay. All right, so now let's start laying out some of the other fabric so that we can get the second tassel. Shake it wildly. Shake it. Like this. Is that what it's... Oh, I see what you meant. You shake it in order to kind of get the knotted areas out from in the center. Okay. There we go. Yeah. Woo woo. Thank you, guys. I probably would have been struggling a whole lot without your help. I appreciate you guys. Okay. So let's see if we can't get moving on a second one. Let me get, I got all kinds of fabric strings coming off my fabric here, but that's okay. It gives my fabric personality. Okay. All right. Let's start using some of that blue early on, like unlike we didn't do in that one. So let's, and if I, like you said, if I don't like that one, I can come back and relay it out. The one crafter that you saw, she cut the ends at an angle, at different lengths. Okay. Oh, thank you, Pam. On the wrap up that you could, oh, I could add a button. Hey, that's a good idea. Thank you very much for that. I'll have to dig some of those things out, but you're absolutely right. I thought about putting buttons on my banner, but I was like, I'm over it. I was over the banner already. I'm like, yeah, I want to do something different. So, in the future, if I am at a point where I want to go back, I could probably add more to the banner. I dug out, I have like doilies. I could have put doilies on it and everything. But, yeah, I was kind of over it. It's kind of like a crafting ADD. I have an attention deficit disorder when it comes to, crafting. I get bored after a certain period of time. Oh, you'll be quiet. No, please don't. I want you to, help as much as possible, because I absolutely need the assistance. But, so we're going to see, these are really long pieces, so they'll end up. Okay. All right. Let me get these pieces, and then I have, let me dig. So here's, these aren't very, I mean, I guess they're not equal size, but equal length, but that's okay. Let's see what I have here. Okay, so this ribbon. And, oh, my scissors. And let's see what we do here. Lay this white down, and let me see if I can find, I had more. Here's some more of the light pink. That's some light pink rickrack. We'll put some, that one. Actually, I have some red. Let me do red on this one. And then we'll, that'll kind of help make things stand out. And then we'll dig out some more. That one, I want to make sure that I get the other piece of this in. My mom was just sending me a text message. I guess they're having thunderstorms in Illinois, and they have a tornado watch going on in an area close to them, so her internet is not able to connect. So she was just apologizing that she wasn't able to watch me live. She'll be able to catch the replay. Okay. I chose neat colors and textures. Thank you. You can put, oh, a jewel. You know what? I have Totally Dazzled stuff. We could always dig out the Totally Dazzled to see what we could put. I love Totally Dazzled, so thank you guys. That's great suggestions. I love it, love it, love it. Okay, so let's put a little bit more of this blue. since it's kind of the base of the, I wish I did have black fat. That's something that I can add in my future repertoire of crafting. Oh, yeah. Talk about fun, Crystal. I found, I had an old, like, I don't know if it's crocheted. It was like a gigantic tablecloth that was like almost like a doily type of material. And, I tea stained it. So it's kind of this dingy yellow color or dingy tea stain color. And so I actually tore pieces off, and I forgot to add it into that one, but we'll add it into this one. Who says that the tassels don't have to be exactly the same? Yeah, I hate tornadoes. I grew up in Illinois, so my parents live in a small town 20 minutes west of Peoria, Illinois. And the blue is not as yeah. And so I grew up dealing with the tornado. I have to this day a strong dislike for tornadoes and storms. So when I met my husband and he wanted to move to Idaho, I was okay with that because even though we're supposed to have earthquakes, there's been, in the 30 years I've lived here, there have only been like a couple earthquakes, and nothing like what they had in California or anything. So it's just a little small tremor, so it's not as frightening as a tornado. I have some really bad memories of tornadoes. I remember one year my sister and I had gotten off of school. So I was maybe 9, maybe 10 years old. My mom had just gone back to work, and my younger sister and I were still in grade school. We came home from school. There was a little bit of time where we were home for a little bit until my dad got home from work. And it wasn't long, an hour maybe, if that. And so we would come home after school, and we had, we would work on our homework. We would just kind of play. And my parents had taught us, like, what happens if there's a tornado, what we should do. And so, I'm not done coffee. Oh, you haven't done any of the tea staining on anything yet? Or I haven't done the coffee. I have coffee here, but I've not used it yet. But yeah, so to kind of finish my story is I remember we were home and there was tornado warnings. So in our small town, they blow the sirens. So we knew that it was a tornado and we knew what we were supposed to do. But it was just me and her at home. So I sent her down to the basement where she could be safe. And then at that time, what you did was you ran through the house and you opened windows so that the air could flow through the windows of the house. Because it was believed that the suction would, suck up the house. And so I opened up the windows, and then I was standing on the back porch of of my parents' house, where it's kind of a closed-in porch. And, it had some screen door, and, I was standing on the back side of the porch, and we must have been like at the edge of a tornado or something, but there were force winds so enough that the house that was behind us had like an old washer and dryer, and the wind was so strong it picked the washer and dryer up and flew it across. I was watching it fly, and it landed across the street at the neighbors' yards and in their front yard. And I hightailed it from that moment down. I ran the fastest I could to get down into the basement because I was terrified. And had that actually been part of the tornado, it would have destroyed a lot of the houses. And unfortunately, it didn't. It was just the gale force winds that come with a tornado that had picked up. And I was like, woof, never again do I want to see that. So when I had an opportunity to move, I moved. Okay, so let's see. Okay, let me put some of this white ribbon back in too. And then we will see about wrapping up this particular one. And I'll probably come back and do like what you suggested in your one granddaughter lost her home in a tornado. Your grandma had damage to her home. Yeah. And when I was young, when I was a younger teen. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I know. It's just terrifying. And from that point forward, there was no way I was having anything to do with any tornadoes. And to this day, I think I probably still have a healthy respect for that weather. Yeah. Yes. Oh, okay. Yes, absolutely. It leaves a permanent respect. Yeah, you're right. No, it's not anything you ever forget. That will stay with me forever. And whoops. I tried tying it too tight. Hold on. One of the things that I know now, because my belief in the Lord is that He won't lead us into something without some sort of protection. Yeah, I'm not a storm lover either. You're never gonna find me chasing any storms. Let's just make that clear. Okay, so now I got it tied. Let me see if I can get it bent in half. Okay. Some of the big, thick ribbons make it really thick. Okay. Let's do this. And then I have my bling box right here. And we'll pull out some bling and let's see what we can do. Let me tie this so that then I can kind of wrap with a little bit of jute. And we'll see how it goes. Okay. See if I can get my finger in through this. I got it pulled so tight. There we go. Okay. Now, let's see if I can start wrapping. It around. Okay, well, there we go. We're making headway. And then it might take me just a minute to move a couple things, but we can get to that bling box and let's see what we can find. Okay. I think one more time around and we can tie it. in a knot. All right. Hey, it's scrolling on my other phone. Let me see if I can read it from here. Yeah. Yeah, exactly, Pam. He calls us to not live in fear. You're absolutely right. God will protect us, and He will give us all of the resources that we need to be able to overcome. Okay. Oh, I'm stuck. I was stuck to the other. Okay. All right. Let me trim some of these extra two. I don't want to trim all. I want them to kind of all be different length, but okay. There we go. Almost like this one better than the other one. Okay. There we go. Woo-hoo. Okay. So while we're doing this, so hit me with any prayer requests that you guys have. I do have a list of a few others. And actually, our friend Christina Porter had her shoulder surgery today. So if you guys are believers and you pray, will you please pray for her in her recovery? I haven't heard anything from her. I think she's probably sleeping most of the time, of course, trying to recover. But while you're doing that, you can send me any prayer requests that you have. And we will get some prayers. Okay. Yeah. That is my bin of napkins. Because I have such a little small space, I have to kind of stack things. And so this is the bling box. And I have that's everything else down here at the bottom, I believe. Ooh. Those are all Christmas. So what I'm going to do is we're going to move this out of the way. But you'll find, I am so excited that Totally Dazzled is coming back. Hi, Linda. My mother, she has a very bad pain in her left leg. Okay. Well, thank you for coming on and letting me know. I appreciate that. I'm gonna write you down. Hopefully, we can pray for some ease of some pain here. Shrewsbury. Thank you for joining me. I appreciate the support. Okay. All right, so I found in the bottom of my bin, her name is Barbara. Okay, thank you. Sorry, my nose is itching. In the bottom of my bin, so let me tell you, one of the things that you guys can do, if you like bling and Totally Dazzled, they have Totally Dazzled at one point has, and I believe because European Excellency purchased when Totally Dazzled was going to go out of business, European Excellency, who is a company that they do like rice papers and napkins and things like that. They bought Totally Dazzled. And there were some crafters that they were doing and using, crafting things with Totally Dazzled. Kathy DiDomenico with Royal Funky Junk. She is one of them. There's Linda. There is, Bella. I'm trying to remember her name. But they all are crafters that do crafting, and you can get ideas by using some of their. Thank you, Pam. The more prayers, the better. I appreciate that. Those particular crafters will come on and they will craft, or they did in the past craft with Totally Dazzled. I believe that they're doing that again. They just recently started. And when you join, and you join from the Totally Dazzled page and you watch their lives, you can, as you comment, go through, your name will get pulled. Well, my name got pulled at a couple different times at a couple different lives. And so, not at the same time, there was quite a bit of time in between, because I don't want to be greedy. I want to share with others. But I had gotten some gift certificates, and they give you like a gift certificate where you can pick anything from the Totally Dazzled website. So one of the times I picked the Cross mystery bag. Look at these beauties. And I'm thinking, yes, ma'am. I have some other bling, but I'm thinking the crosses are, oh, look at these. One is in silver and one is in gold, I think. This is gold. But they're exactly the same cross. Here, they're probably easier to see if I take them out of the bag. But I'm thinking that I can hot glue those puppies. Yes, Chris Hunter is one of them as well. You're absolutely right, Crystal. And I found Kathy DiDomenico with Royal Funky Junk first. I have been watching her for, she's a big, huge crafter and influencer. And I had been watching her for a long time, even before I started going live. And that's how I learned about Totally Dazzled, was just because I started watching her, and then I caught on to all of the other presenters who did the crafting with the Totally Dazzled as well. You think you bought the crosses too? So here, the two crosses, they're exactly the same. One's silver and one's gold. And so let's see what we think. If I were to put the cross kind of right there, which I'm thinking, I'm kind of digging, but, because the other ones, this one is like really huge, but it's very pretty. Hopefully you guys can see them. I don't want to take them out of the bags just yet. But, there's that one. This one's pretty. It's got all kinds of colors on it. But it's really big. Oh, let's see if we can, there we go. You can kind of see it without the light doing the reflection on it. It has this one. This has got a heart with a cross in the center. And then there's this ginormous one. I don't have a way of holding this one except for at the very top. And that one looks like it is more like of a rose gold or antique gold. That's what it is. So, but yes, I'm a big lover of Totally Dazzled, and so let's peruse through the box of bling, because I ended up purchasing this with part of one of my gift certificates that they were giving away. She had a sale on the big box of bling. So I have these that these were you have to go. Well, thank you, Pam, for joining. I appreciate it. You love the silver, but it looks like the gold matches my banner. You may need to hold it against the banner to compare. That's probably good. So I also have these. They're kind of pretty. They were napkin rings, and I cut off the napkin ring part as well. So I have like all kinds of stuff in here. This looks like a bow with like some sort of, I don't know, dangly organic looking thing. But I'm thinking I like the crosses, even if one is gold and one is silver. They're going to be hanging at the other end. I don't know if I can. I'll see if I can get out of here and hold them up there so that you guys could see. Let's see if we can do this real quick. And you're probably not going to see the actual Totally Dazzled on it when I hang them up here. You're probably not. It's kind of hard to hold them. I think so they're going to be on opposite sides. I think I'm going to go ahead and just use the crosses. But I can glue those later. Let me get my chair back here so that you guys so I can sit and see you guys. Okay. I got all of the cool pieces. Yeah, and it was hard to kind of restrain myself because I am so in love with Totally Dazzled. Okay, so let's go ahead and we'll close in prayer real quick because I know it's at the top of the hour and time is very precious for everybody. And I so appreciate every single one of you guys joining me on my live today and helping me through. The biggest part was helping me through making these tassels. Thank you, Lucy. I appreciate it so much. And yes, I think we're all probably addicted to Totally Dazzled. If you're a bling kind of person, Totally Dazzled is absolutely addicting. So thank you guys so much for that. I'm going to close in prayer real quick, and I want to keep Linda's mother in our prayers, as well as our friend Christina Porter, who has just recently had surgery on her shoulder. Thank you, Crystal. So I do have an event on Monday. I believe it's at the same time. So 5 Central, 6 Eastern, 4 p.m. Mountain. On Monday, I will be a part of an event group called Craft Events with Julie. It is Resurrection Day. And so our theme is the resurrection. So we'll be using crosses, and scripture is the requirement in the art. So, in whatever craft we decide. So that is on Monday. I will have the, bling glued to the tassels, and I will have the tassels hanging. So hopefully then you guys will be able to join us and see, see those. And then absolutely love and appreciate that you guys are here and that you were helping me through this process, because that was the first time, I'll have you know, I've ever made a tassel, except for like yarn ones. I've made yarn ones for when I was a kid, and, you know, and made some yarn tassels when I used to teach Sunday school. So I did some of that stuff, but I've never made one with all of the different medium, you know, the fabric and all of that stuff. So if you will, if you're willing, please bow your heads and let's finish up this session with a quick prayer, and then I'll let you guys go and have a wonderful evening. Dear Lord, we come to you with a lot of thanks and gratitude, and we give you the glory for the opportunity to be able to make tassels tonight. This was a real fun experience, and I really appreciate the crafting community that you have gifted me with, Lord. And I want to come to you with a couple of special requests tonight, Lord, where our friend Christina Porter, who has just had shoulder surgery, Lord, and we just ask that you help her with pain management, that the pain be low, and that she is able to recover very quickly from the surgery, and that her shoulder is healed in miracle form and time, Lord, because we know that you have that capability of doing that. And then, Lord, we come to you and also ask you for Linda's mother, Barbara, who is having pains in her leg, Lord. I just ask that you lay your healing hands on her leg and remove those pains immediately, and make yourself known. Make yourself known that it was you that healed it, that it's not me. I am only the vessel coming and asking you for the gift and the miracle of that pain pain removal in Barbara's legs, Lord. And we just ask that in your blessed name. And we come to you and celebrate your resurrection this weekend, Lord. And we just ask that you be with each and every one of us, and bless everyone who was able to drop in on this call. And Lord, one special ask is that you continue to keep Carla and Kathy in your graceful hands, deliver them to their location, and keep that hedge of protection installed around them on their way there to their destination and on their return home. In your name we pray, amen. All right. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate every one of you guys coming on, and I can officially call you guys friends, because I really appreciate every one of you guys coming on and being a part of my lives and supporting me. And, I really appreciate the gift that you're giving me of time. So I wish you guys a wonderful evening. God bless. And we will see you on Monday. All right. Have a great weekend. Bye-bye.